Oh, thanks very much, guys. Now, on this day in history, they said today, in 1960, the legendary Jimi Hendrix performed his first gig. Well, today, in 2018, Aston Wylie performed his first gig on Expresso. I don't know if you know where I'm going with this, but he's here, the man of the hour, our guest artist, and I've just been told officially his title, the Prince of Ganubi. Dude, good to have you here. Good to have you.
By Majosi. Thank you so much
Dubbed
for
by
having me.
Majosi. It's fine. We'll take it either way. Tell me about your music journey and where it started. I understand that when you started out, you were playing the piano, you were playing the recorder, as any kid that goes.
Exactly.
You start out like that, but then you ventured out into more instruments. I don't know. What do you play now?
Similar to the guitar, like the ukulele.
Yes.
The shaker. I was a prominent shaker player in a band in Port Elizabeth. With my friend Charlie Finch.
Yeah.
And I suppose the keyboard, it's a little different. So I can claim to play a little bit of the organ and the strings,
and on
the keyboard.
Was it all fueled by just your own passion for music that you found at a young age?
Yeah, growing up, I always just loved music, and I'd never really had an ideal space I wanted to be in, but I just kept on trying to learn and grow and play instruments. I've always loved it. So.
Yeah. What was it for you? Because I don't think I've asked many musicians this question, but what was the feeling that music gave you? Because I remember for me, like being in choir, and there was something about the harmonies that gave it a kind of heavenly characteristic that I liked so much about that. So what was it about music what did it do to you?
I'll be honest, like it's cool that you say that, because when I went to university, I felt that for the first time. I was part of the NMMU choir.
Yeah.
And my first performance on Expresso was actually with the NMMU choir, like 5 years ago.
Wow,
we did the Mandela tribute.
It's always been meant to, it was meant to be.
But the harmonies, that really showed me something, how voices can blend together.
Yeah.
Different voices, because everyone has different voices, but then to blend them together so beautifully was, it kind of took a level up for me, feelings-wise. I was like, damn, this feels absolutely amazing. So I also love harmonies in music that I try and create as well.
Yeah. So then you continue on your musical journey and you involve people like Majosi. You play with him. You guys are very good friends, obviously. The banter's there. How did that relationship blossom?
We actually met in 2015. We both moved that year. And then a friend of mine played a show here, Jason Gladwin, and I played keyboard for him. And then I hustled to get a gig opening up for him at a show called Studio 7. And from there, I kind of like gave him a CD, saw him again, gave him another CD.
He forgot the first time around.
And he's just such a kind guy. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
And literally our first gig together, he put a band together for Rocking the Daisies. That was like the first gig. So
that's massive.
Getting to know him has been an amazing part of our journey in Cape Town. And it's been really cool, man.
Listening to your song Fly Like You earlier on, right? What inspires you to write music?
I'll be honest, I'm trying to write a lot more. That particular song is the title track of the first CD I recorded. I was sitting in Port Elizabeth after my graduation. I just moved to Cape Town, and the flight was delayed, and I had a show at 2 o'clock at the Barnyard Theatre in Belleville. And I was new to Cape Town, it was February, and I was like, oh my gosh, and I saw birds flying. And I was just like, it's very literal. I was like, we've got all this technology, all this wonderful stuff around us. I'm sitting here stressed because I'm not going to make my show, which I did make. But I just thought, damn, I want to fly like you. I want to breach that silver lining.
Dude.
And it's very literal, but from that thought, that actually is what inspired me to do the whole EP. So,
man, what a beautiful story. I'm glad I asked you that and actually got to hear it, because I like the song very, very much.
Thank you.
I'm hoping that you'll release a fully produced version of it that we can then listen to on radio. We can't wait to hear more music from you. In fact, tune into our Facebook live page just after 9 o'clock to hear more from Mr. Aston Wylie, the Prince of Ganubi.